Hi again, this is number 5 in our most amazing moves of all time mini-series. We're keeping them short, we're keeping them sweet, and this is something you can do as a little short bite, so a little puzzle for you in your spare time if you've got a couple of minutes. I should stop talking, otherwise it will be a couple of hours. But anyway, we are now looking at a game from D.Tomic versus F.Winzbeck. So 2 players I haven't heard of, and I don't know if anyone else has heard of them, but it's not 2 well-known players. This was a position taken from their game, and it was played in Dortmund in Germany in 1993. And as we can see from the position, white is doing extremely well here because black is so tied down with the king on h8 and all these pieces very passive, and white's pawn on c6 is a runner. That's a runner, but black actually has a fair few tricks here. So the question I'm going to ask you is, after black plays rook to d8, danger, danger, high voltage is needed here. Okay, that's a very crafty move from black. Now, your question is, you're white here, and sticking with our idea of most amazing moves, but I want to also try to get you just working out things. I will ask you to pause the video in a second. When I say pause, please pause, have a go at solving. If you can solve it, then you can look at my solution, make sure you're right. If you can't, I'll tell you what's going on. And in a minute, I will try to get you to work out the best sequence of moves that white has. And there might be more than one way to win this position, but I want you to come out with the most forcing sequence. And it's not actually so easy here. You have to be a little bit careful. So it's white to play and win. Don't obviously just work out the first move. You have to work out the sequence until you get towards the winning position. And that is your puzzle today, and I think this fits in nicely with our most amazing moves. Amazing moves don't have to occur in the opening, they don't have to occur in the middle game, they can occur at any stage, even in the end game, which we see here. Even though there's not many pieces on the board, beauty can still be created, and that is one of the pure joys of chess. It's a beautiful game. Okay, so please pause the video now. Okay, well, the solution is, I think, very nice. And the solution is pawn to c7. Obviously, black is relying on stalemate threats. So if you played rook takes d8 here, then, well, that's a draw straight away because it's stalemate. So I hope that wasn't your most amazing draw of all time. That'd be maybe most disappointing stalemate of all time. So the most forcing line, and maybe the only way to win this, is by playing c7. Now, what other moves can you play? Well, if you try a move like rook to e6, maybe black can hold on a bit longer with, I don't know, bishop to f7, something along these lines. It's okay, rook to e6, but it's not the most forcing. c7, clearly more forcing. And now, what does black play? Well, he really has to move his rook somewhere like c8. This is really the only option. If he goes rook takes d6, then you can simply queen, and it's not stalemate because black still has the rook to move. And next move, white will just simply play, in most cases, queen takes e8, checkmate. So we can't do that. So rook to c8, and this is where it gets quite nice because you now keep forcing the issue with rook to d8, so this is a very forcing line. In actual fact, black does not have many moves here. What can he play? Well, maybe his best chance here was something along the lines of rook to a8. That's kind of a ridiculous looking move, but that might have been his best chance. Trying to keep things tricky, because if you take that rook on a8, with either of your pieces, it's actually stalemate. So it's a really weird move, that one. Or even something weird like rook to b8. How about that for a strangeness at the highest level? And again, even if you take this queen, stalemate. So very strange sequence. But the way that white could win after either of these moves, the simplest solution would be to actually, maybe you can work this out now, pause the video if you need a bit more time. What's an easy way for white to win? I mean, one way I can see here, there's more than one way, but one way is just to go, again, force the issue. Rook takes e8 check, and now black has to take rook takes, and here your bishop can come in to b7. There's no stalemates now because the king can move across, the bishop's not trapping it in. You're going to queen your pawn next move and remain a piece up, which will be very easy to win. I say that, I hope I'm right in saying that. Let's just have a little look, so that's quite bizarre. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute, but yeah, actually, because I just wondered if this is actually winning. Very interesting. Okay, but it should be winning. Of course it's winning, okay. Because I was just thinking of some cases where you get this position after bishop takes c8 and king to here. And now, if you try to move your bishop to e6 check, or the king comes back to h8, and this is getting quite near stalemate. But the way you win this position as white is to move your king towards the a pawn and keep black's e pawn from queening with your bishop, and that should be quite an easy win. Okay, but that was maybe black's best chance in the game. What black played, he took on d8 thinking, great, rook takes d8, I've got a draw, woohoo. And that does kind of look obvious, doesn't it? Because what do you play here? And it should be quite apparent now what you do play. And this is one of the only cases which I've seen when the best possible way to promote your pawn is actually, hopefully you can work this out, what would you promote the pawn to, is actually to a bishop. Wow, is all I can say to that. And this means that black is not stalemated because he can still move his light square bishop. Lots of stalemate themes here. Of course, if you went here with a queen, then it's stalemate. You can't do that. Black has no moves, draw. The same occurs if you get a rook. Maybe you'd still be winning if you got a knight. But how many times in chess are you going to get a chance to promote to a bishop, and that move being the best move? And here black is completely lost. Bishop f6 is going to be checkmate next. The only way to stop that, white can try to, well, black, sorry, can try to go for a stalemate with bishop to f7, when again, a bit of care needed. You do not take that bishop, stalemate. Instead, I would recommend you just check the black king first, then take the bishop off, and here, your extra piece, the dark square bishop, is going to win the game quite easily by coming around and picking off black's little pawns on the queen side. So I think that basically promoting to a bishop does fit into our most amazing moves of all time. I really think it's quite a cute move. Maybe not so hard to solve. Well done if you got it. Bit easier today. That's because my brain's not working so sharp, and I still think that's really cute, and it shows even amazing moves can be played in the ending. So again, please like and subscribe. Thank you in advance for doing that, and I will start punting out some more videos very soon. Maybe I'll try playing on chess.com or one of these other servers soon, just for a bit of change of scene. So give me your advice if there's any particular server you'd like me to play on. Cheers for now, and well, I will be seeing you shortly.